think of yourself. Think of yourself when you were younger and ideals that you had, and think of how you've moved forward. And you've got to believe if you can move forward, then everybody can move forward. You can't lose hope. And maybe sometimes you don't try and force the hand. Baby steps will be better. Like take a seat and think about how you can move that young person forward.
I think the best response always comes from internally within the group, and I think sometimes what we have discussed in some of the discussion groups is allowing the group to, provide a response to that and having faith in the group that they can deal with it. And I think that takes a lot of time and investment in working in a very inclusive way with a group to build those skills and capabilities with our young people. But having faith that the group can find a response, I think, is always the best and most effective way, because it is young people that we're trying to kind of work with. It shouldn't be a top-down approach. It should be from working within the group to find the answers.
I don't know. I suppose that all that you can do is continue to educate people, and education through events like this, and also through introducing those young people who have those problems to the people that they feel prejudiced against or who they don't want to include. So the more inclusivity that you have, the more inclusivity it encourages. So I suppose in one way it's a vicious circle, but in another way, if you can begin that journey, then you're on the right track.
When you're working with young people, you constantly have to challenge them. It's like adults as well. You have to challenge whether it's a comment or their behaviour. It's a constant learning process where negative behaviours and attitudes need to be challenged at all times.
If they look beyond the labels and look at the young person themselves, so don't look at the external, look at them as a person, and engage with that young person or that group of young people just on an individual basis. I think you'll overcome a lot of the fears and the worry and the kind of anxiety that people bring to this area. And if it's a person-centred approach, I think it can overcome a lot of difficulties.
Very often what creates our prejudice is fear and lack of knowledge. So you've got to deal with those and then provide opportunities for the person or the people to I suppose to meet, to mix, to experience things in an environment in which they feel safe. Not necessarily comfortable, certainly initially, but certainly at the start in a safe environment.